Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan.
Always start things off with Cincinnati's lineup just to make Sparky wait a little bit longer. TJ Friedel will lead things off in center field. Spencer Steer at first base will bat second. Ellie De La Cruz, the shortstop, will bat third. Miguel Andujar is the DH, batting fourth. Gavin Lux, the second baseman, Kenosha native as well, will bat fifth. Austin Hayes in left field will bat sixth. Novelli Marte in right field, batting seventh. Tyler Stevenson, the catcher, will bat eighth. Trade deadline acquisition, third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes will bat ninth. Now for the Milwaukee Brewers, a little bit different today. Leading things off in right field, however, staying the same, Sal Frelick. Batting second, the shortstop, Joey Ortiz today. William Contreras will bat third and play catcher. Christian Yelich, the DH, bats fourth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat fifth. Caleb Durbin, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Bryce Terang at second base will bat seventh. Stuart Baroa, the new man up, will bat eighth, play center field. Brandon Lockridge in left field will bat ninth. That's all he's got for me here. Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, his first reaction to the Milwaukee Brewers lineup today. A couple of transactions to fill you guys in on, however, just to keep you guys in the loop. As we heard, Jacob Mizorowski reinstated from the 15-day IL today. Stuart Baroa and infielder Tyler Black recalled from AAA Nashville, with Grant Anderson as well being optioned to AAA Nashville. This comes with the news that Isaac Collins will be placed on the paternity list and Blake Perkins to be placed on the bereavement list as well, too. So all the condolences out to Blake Perkins, all the good luck out to Isaac Collins and his new venture, his first child as well, too. Milwaukee, 76-44 now after picking up another victory in their last game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Things have been going really well. Now, I hope you didn't get your burgers yet, because you can't get your burgers yet. That's coming now on August 20th. That's the Wednesday next week, between the window of 2 and 6, when you'll be able to, 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. in order to pick up those burgers from George Webb's. But we also have a lot more to talk about with the Milwaukee Brewers. The first thing we always do, the game before on the Rewind.
Did you miss the last game? Did you miss what was said after the last game? It's time to rewind. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan.
Brandon Woodruff on the bump for Milwaukee in this one, going up against the Pirates' Mitch Keller in the game. In the third inning is where we join this one, as the pitchers continue to deal through that part of it. In the bottom half of the third, Anthony Siegler would single and extend his hit into a double, not quite, but a fielding error in center field by Jack Sawinski in the contest. Then that's when we saw Sal Frelick get the Brewers on the board for the first time with this single to make it 1-0.
He's hit up the middle, 1-0 Brewers. Sal Frelick drives in the first run of the game.
Jumped on a sweeper, first pitch, breaking pitch. And with the infield in, no chance for anybody to get that.
Highlights courtesy FanDuel Sports Network. Brewers weren't done in the third inning as Christian Yelich was at the plate.
Yelich into shallow right. That's a base hit. Frelick is going to come around and score. To third goes Contreras. 2-0 Brewers in a big two-out run-scoring single.
And how about William Contreras drawing the walk? He didn't look all that comfortable up at the plate, but able to draw the walk, bring Yelich to the plate. First pitch breaking ball, just like Sal Frelick got. He got a base hit on the first pitch breaking ball.
2-0 after 3. Brandon Woodruff goes out 1-2-3 in the fourth inning. Bottom half of the fourth, Milwaukee continuing to dominate in this one. Bryce Terang would strike out to lead off the inning. Blake Perkins draws a walk. Anthony Siegler strikes out. Then let's start the two-out rally first with Joey Ortiz.
Through the hole, a base hit. Perkins sent around third. He'll score. Another 2-out RBI for Joey Ortiz.
And another breaking pitch. Keller has made some mistakes with that pitch today.
Oh, we're not done. Next up, Sal Frelick.
2-out base hit for Joey Ortiz. Is Frelick to right. Back Simon looking up. It's off the top of the wall and a bounce. Ortiz around third. He'll score 4-0, and the 2-out nightmare continues.
These guys are something else.
Oh, yeah, there's something else, Bill. How about Isaac Collins?
Collins down the left field line. A fair ball and into the corner. Frelick scores. Collins trades places with him. 5-0.
3 consecutive base hits for the Brewers with 2 outs. 3 consecutive hits to drive in runs. Look at that approach.
Oh, yeah, 3 consecutive hits in the inning. Oh, Bill.
Contreras, a BB in the left. Here comes Collins. Throw from Pham is late. They keep pecking away.
And they're not messing around. They're jumping early.
4 straight hits with 2 outs to bring home 4 more runs for Milwaukee. It was 6-0 after 4, and it was beginning to smell like beef in American Family Field. However, the Pirates had other plans as things got a little bit dicey after Shelby Miller came in. Dude, read the room. Everyone was vibing. We were all having a good time. But then a single, a walk, and a 3-run homer from Brian Reynolds, just the ultimate Brewer killer, it feels like, whenever he is up in Milwaukee. That happened in the 5th. Then in the 6th, we saw the same thing happen, very similar at least, after Simon would single to center field. Brian Reynolds, a 2-run homer. It was 6-5, just like that. Then in the 6th inning, to get the momentum back in their favor, Milwaukee. Joey Ortiz drawing a leadoff walk. Sal Frelick, a walk right after that. Isaac Collins, a beautiful bunt to get the runners over. Bill Contreras, 2 more.
And that's a fair ball down to the right field corner. 2 runs will score, and Contreras comes through.
Yeah, how about that? My goodness. Just slices one inside the bag. That's why he didn't try and sell the hit by pitch.
Yeah, the pitch right before that, it looked like Bill got hit on the hand, but it actually hit the bottom knob of the bat. Another pitch comes from that, and William Contreras picks up 2 more RBIs. After that, it was 8-5, much needed insurance and momentum shifting back in favor of Milwaukee. We're just through 6 in this one, people. In the 7th inning, Joey Ortiz I apologize for anyone who had to listen to this station and hear any slander about Joey Ortiz.
Towards the middle and through a base hit. Perkins scores. Siegler trying to get to third. The throw there. Late. Ortiz follows. He's at second base. Ortiz comes through again, and now the attention is on Siegler.
Siegler would come out of the game after sliding into third base. Caleb Durbin coming in to replace him. The Brewers weren't done. They would load the bases with a Sal Frelick walk, and then William Contreras would draw a walk to get a free RBI. Then Christian Yelich putting the nail in the coffin.
Line drive, base hit. Ortiz is in. Frelick's in. Contreras to third. The Brewers have hung a dozen on Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there's your knockout punch right there for Christian Yelich. On a 2-2 pitch. I should say a 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Pulls the hands in and hits it hard into center.
That would make it 12-5. That would be the final in this game. Milwaukee moving to 32 games, over 500 now, 42-20 at home. The win goes to Jared Koenig. The loss to Mitch Keller. Brandon Woodruff, just 4 innings in this one, an abbreviated start, but no earned runs, just 4 hits, 4 strikeouts in the contest as well. Shelby Miller and Nick Mears, kind of a rough day for those two, but Jared Koenig and Tobias Myers locking it down at the end as the Brewers the best record in baseball still as we sit today.
Who was the MVP of the last game for the Crew? Who stood out the most? Let's find out. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM. The Fan.
Kind of tough to pinpoint just one, as this team continuing to showcase that word exactly, team, right? The Brewers again picking up the victory, and here's some of the big names from the contest, right? For instance, we had 2 hits out of Christian Yelich, 2 hits out of Bill Contreras. Contreras put up 4 RBIs in the game. Sal Frelick had 2 hits, 2 RBIs in the contest, drew 2 walks as well. I mean, you reached base 4 times, came around to score every time as well. You're doing good. You're doing things right. Andrew Vaughn picked up a hit in the game. Isaac Collins a hit as well. The only man in the starting lineup who did not pick up a hit was Bryce Terang, who I believe was on a 9-game hitting streak going into the game. But who cares? Brewers pick up the win. Things are all going right in favor of Milwaukee. And they got burgers for everyone. Brandon Woodruff talked about that after the game. Here is Brandon Woodruff on clinching burgers for the entire city of Milwaukee.
Hold on, let's do it. Let's spit out some stats about the burgers first. Like, when was the last time this ever happened?
2018.
Are you sure?
Well, counting the postseason.
But like regular season.
87.
There we go. So 1987. Wow.
Where were you in 1987?
I wasn't a thought yet.
How do you feel about the free burgers?
It's awesome. I was telling my wife last night that I was more nervous about. I wanted to win the burgers for everybody, in the stands, and include myself. But no, it was fun. It's a cool thing. Like you could tell the energy around today is like on the day game was a little bit more than usual, and no, it was fun. But seriously, I wanted to win those burgers bad for sure.
Did you feel pressure?
A little bit. I mean, who doesn't want a free burger? You know what I mean? No, it was. I tried to prepare the same way, and but there was a little bit more at stake today, and daggum burgers, and I'm glad we pulled it out. So now it's just back to focusing on baseball.
It was such a Brewers game. It was defense early, Ortiz, and then your play.
Yeah, big time.
And then all those 2-out hits and timely hits and that kind of stuff.
And that's what it takes. Streaks like this and good baseball all around. Like, and I asked Joey after the inning, like if he would have been able to make that play, and he said it would have been a tough, up the middle play. So it's just, the ball bouncing the right way. You know what I mean? So it's just part of it, and he made some unbelievable plays later in the game. I believe there was one in the 7th where he had to go in the hole, and I can't remember if it was for him. But anyways, heck of a day for him, and we're putting it together, all facets. I mean, it's like, it doesn't matter if we get down early or what it is. We know our offense can generate some runs, and we've been throwing the ball well, and yeah, it was fun. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned my defensive play because I was pretty slick. Yeah.
I could listen to Brandon Woodruff say slick and daggone burgers all day long here. It is the Leadoff Show. Tommy Wortz here with you, getting you caught up on all things Brewers-Reds ahead of game number 1 today, wrapping things up with the series finale 2 days ago against the Pittsburgh Pirates. William Contreras notched his season high, 4 RBIs in a game. It's the most he's had in a game since last year in 2024 against Arizona. It's also his 5th straight game with an RBI. It is his longest RBI streak since the 6-game span he had earlier in April, which is his career high, so he's going for that today. Joey Ortiz reached base 3 times in the game, his 2nd consecutive game doing so. Joey Ortiz reached base in every game during the homestand. He went 9 for 22, had a .409 batting average during that time, and you heard it with the lineup. He is batting 2nd today for Pat Murphy, with some of the guys gone on bereavement or with paternity leave this weekend against the Cincinnati Reds. Brandon Woodruff, they are now 7-0 in starts with Brandon Woodruff this year. He has been just unbelievable since coming back. And I know a lot of people confused. He had 65 pitches. Pat Murphy, we'll get to him in a second. I believe he says that he would have gone a little bit longer if we would have saw something more out of him in that inning, the fourth inning. Here is Pat Murphy speaking about the 12-5 victory and clinching burgers for the city of Milwaukee.
We've gotten accustomed to, understanding that things in baseball are going to happen. I mean, they left 6 guys on base in the first 3 innings, and they didn't get the big hit in the first 3 innings, or that could have been a different game. We did get the big hit, and our balls that we hit, some of them went through instead of right at them. So we were fortunate that way. And then when it got to be 6-5, we ball striked it. We got at least 1 walk or 2 walks there. Collins laid down a bunt. He's player, was he player of the universe or whatever last week? Whatever these things you give out. And then he's willing to lay down a bunt to make it second and third, and force third decision. Do you want to walk William or do you want to pitch to Yelich? And that's the kind of thing you want him in. And then those guys are a little more confidence this week, and William came up with a big swing there, and that was terrific. That's the type of position you want to put yourselves in. But it was the 2 walks that got us there. I think it was 2 walks, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 walks that got us there. And you create walks by being aggressive and not swinging at balls. So I think that was those moments helped, the willingness to Collins to say, look, I know there's first and second, nobody out, but right now with a 1-run lead, with who hits behind me, this is what I'm going to do right here. And I think that's the unselfishness of that kind of created. Now, that ball that William hit could have been caught, and, we don't score. So things went our way a little bit today, I thought. And I think we need to recognize that but we did have good at-bats most of the day. And, Miller wasn't himself, obviously. He didn't expect to be in there in the 5th. We knew this was a short start for Woody. We told him before, this is maybe 4 innings, maybe 5, depending. But with where he was at, it's his first time on 4 days. And we wanted to make sure, so he wasn't going. If that 4th inning was a little bit shorter, he would have pitched. If his pitch count was a little different, we would have let him go out for the 5th. But this was all about Woody going the first time on 4, and Miller came in, and he just didn't. He didn't have his rhythm. He didn't have his delivery, and again, his second outing since July. So we're not too worried about it. And then once Koenig and Tobias Myers threw the ball good. But again, you got to give Contreras a lot of credit. He caught all 3 games. He started to really swing the bat in 4 great ABs today. And the defense Joey Ortiz has played. Guys, I'm telling you, you have no idea. When those balls are outs instead of people on base, it changes everything. And the kid has been phenomenal on both ends. He swung the bat good. His discipline at the plate's getting better. Yeah, I'm just really proud of him.
There is the manager, Pat Murphy, speaking to the media after the game. That audio courtesy FanDuel Sports Network. The Brewers, 76-44 on the year. They are 32 games above 500 for the first time since they were 95-63 back in 2021. They were 33 games above 500 as well at a point during that season. Getting into some of the action today, Brewers' current 12-game winning streak, 1 shy of the franchise record. Also, though, good to note here from our good buddy Andrew Wagner, who will join the show at 5:15 today. Since the 86 Brewers actually closed out the regular season with 3 victories, wouldn't the franchise record actually be 16 games? It's a good question. We'll ask him about it if they are going to change that according to the Milwaukee Brewers official stats. I guess I understand why they don't, but I remember they've done the same thing in football where they carry it over and whatnot. And I am talking about the NFL, not soccer, depending on what you've heard on the station so far today. Since losing the series opener and in the rainout in Wrigley back on June 17th, the Cubs right now are 23-25, while the Brewers are 39-10 in the same stretch. Drew Wagner sending over that number as well. And the Brewers have been amazing on the road as of late, too. The Brewers have gone 24-6 in their last 30 road games. Do you understand how crazy that is? 24-6 over their last 30 road games, 12-1 in their last 13 road games, and then they have won a season-high 7 straight on the road as well today. The Milwaukee Brewers will go for 8 straight as they continue to just be the hottest team in baseball right now. They lead the MLB in run differential now. Chicago is second at plus 115. The Brewers are in first, plus 159. It's not even close right now. 51-16 over their last 67 games, 27-4 over their last 31 games, 15-1 over their last 16 games, and of course 12-0 during the last 12 games now for Milwaukee. The best record in the National League Central as well by 8.5 games. If you thought it was 8 coming into today, the Cubs did lose as well to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Final score of 3-2 today. Milwaukee looking to make that 9 with a victory today over Cincinnati. Again, programming update for you. It is not going to be on FanDuel Sports Network. It is on Apple TV Plus today. Jacob Mizorowski going up against Nick Martinez in game number 1. I warned you guys about this a couple weeks ago when at that last Apple TV Plus game, I don't even think the Brewers have lost since that last Apple TV Plus game. I'm pretty sure they are undefeated since Pat Murphy ate a pancake out of his pocket. And now Apple TV Plus again today. So if you signed up for the free subscription, see if you can find someone to borrow a password from, or if you'd like to just bite the bullet on it, buy it for tonight and then go on from there. Or get another iCloud, right? Use your child's or someone else's, your brother's or mom, whoever doesn't have their iCloud synced up to their Apple TV Plus. Then get that today from them. You're going to need it. Coming up, we're going to talk to Austin Herdina one more time. He's going to have a vacation next week, so you know he's going to have an awesome parlay for the people set up today. He's going to join us on the other side. Drew Wagner will join us at 5:15 from Forbes Sports. Get you guys all caught up on everything Brewers and Reds ahead of game number 1 today. 5:40 first pitch on Apple TV Plus. It's the leadoff show live from the 1250 AM 105.7 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
I'll see you later.
Let's get the latest on today's odds for the game. What's the best way to go? Let's check in with our expert from the Potawatomi Sportsbook to find out. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome back to the Leadoff Show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Before we get over to Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee's lineup looking like this today. Sal Frelick will lead things off. He's in right field. Joey Ortiz jumps up to the number 2 spot. He's shortstop today. William Contreras will be catching and batting third. Christian Yelich, the DH, bats 4th. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat 5th. Caleb Durbin, the third baseman, will bat 6th. Bryce Terang at second base bats 7th today. Stuart Baroa in center field will bat 8th. Brandon Lockridge rounds things out. He is the left fielder, batting 9th. Joining the show now, as he does each and every day, he is the sportsbook manager over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law Offices. It is Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin, how are we doing today, my friend?
Very good, very good. I'm excited about some free burgers next week.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was awesome, right? Just to have that energy and that electricity. Was the shuttle popular that day? Because there was 40,000 people there. And then how about the sports book? How did it look when the burgers were clinched?
Yeah, we've been having about 40 or 50 people a day. That's kind of what we've been averaging with our shuttles, which is awesome. It's going very well. Everyone that's been using them has been giving us great reviews that how easy it is just to come to the sports book, place that bet or have some food and beverage, get that wristband, and just get on the shuttle and drop you off right at the stadium. You don't have to park a mile away and walk or anything. So parking, dropping you off right there, and then same thing on the way back, dropping you off right at our doors.
Yeah, and you buried the lead. I think we had to get it from Luis. You get like slot play if you come back too on the shuttle, right?
That's news to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's like a $10 slot play, I guess, as well when you come back on the shuttle, Luis said. So hooking it up with all parts, the sports book and the casino over at Potawatomi. Like I said, you know how I feel. You guys are just like hospitality university. You guys do it all, and it's always great. Always want to do something nice for the people coming and checking out the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin Herdina joining us from the Potawatomi Sportsbook now in our betting odds, courtesy of Potawatomi. Brewers favorites again. Really, if you haven't been using the shuttle the last 12 days, what have you been doing, right? You could have just the last 6 days placed a $5 bet on the Brewers, and you would have won. You would have made money, and then you could have got back on the shuttle and come back and won more money over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers favorite on the money line again for win number 13. It is minus 137 Milwaukee. 1.5 is the run line. You'll get plus money on the Brewers for that at plus 120. And the over-under set at 9 today. Austin, you got one more of these before you take a little vacation. What are you thinking over at your most popular bets at the Potawatomi Sportsbook to get a parlay for the people going?
Yeah, that's right. I'll be out all next week, so Louise will be filling in. Yeah, you know what? It's worked 12 days in a row. Why not 13?
Why not?
We got to ride this Brewers money line. We just got to keep doing it until it doesn't work. So Brewers on the money line, and then I like Yelich to get an RBI today. I think he's going to come through. And then I like, it helps when you add something on the opposing team to do well when you're picking like the Brewers to win. It helps your odds a little bit. So I'm not asking for a lot. I don't want to ruin my chances of winning the bet. But Ellie De La Cruz to get a hit, just to get one hit. So you put Brewers money line, Christian Yelich to get an RBI, and De La Cruz to get a hit. You're looking at plus 410 today.
Plus 410 over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook for this parlay of Brewers money line, Christian Yelich over a half an RBI, and Ellie De La Cruz to record a hit today. It'll pay plus 410 at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. What else is going on over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Austin? How is the card tomorrow, right?
Yes, yeah. We've had a good amount of reservations come in already, but we still have great seats available. If you are looking at having a phenomenal viewing experience in our sportsbook for UFC tomorrow night, if you want to, not have to worry about, getting the pay-per-view at your house or anything like that, come to Potawatomi Sportsbook or go to Potawatomi.com right now and reserve your table. You're going to click on the reservations tab and choose the type of table you would like. And it's just such a great experience and fun time to be here on fight nights. I don't know, Tommy, have you been here ever on a fight night yet?
I need to get there because I love watching the UFC, and I think I'm in the minority at the station. I don't think there's a lot of guys really in tuned with it like I am, but I will have to. I will have to get in there. I would love to get in there because it is just awesome to watch it with more people. What's your favorite place to sit? Are you like a middle guy? Are you a top row? You know, where do you like to sit when those pay-per-views are going on?
You know what? I like just anywhere I can get some good grub and some good drinks and watch the show.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do that already. You guys still got the Wagyu corn dog going?
We sure do.
I've been plugging that like crazy. I asked Luis how he liked it. He said he loves it. I've been telling everyone here to go try that Wagyu corn dog.
That's good. I tried it. I loved it too. Yeah, we'll have it through September. So we got another about 45 days of it yet.
Yeah, I'm going to get in. I'm going to go watch a UFC card, and I'm going to try a Wagyu corn dog. That is on the docket for sure. I promise. I need to do that. Austin, one more time, his parlay for the people today. Brewers money line, Christian Yelich over an RBI, a half an RBI in the game, and Ellie De La Cruz over a half a hit. It'll pay plus 410 at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin, have a very safe trip. Hopefully everything goes well. I hope you have a fantastic time. And don't get seasick, right? It's a cruise, isn't it?
Yeah. It's supposed to be, possible hurricane going on in that area, but we're going to be we're going to be on the other side of the Caribbean, hopefully.
Okay.
So
all right.
Hopefully we're going to be all right.
Well, I hope everyone stays safe. Have a good rest of your day. Have a great vacation. Tell your mom I hope the same thing. And, of course, go Brewers.
Go Brewers.
There he is, Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Jumps off the fan guest hotline powered by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The key to building a winner in baseball is a strong minor league system. Who are the names we should know? How did they play in their last game? It's time for Building a Winner, powered by Ironworkers Local 8. Apply today at IWL8.org and join the Brotherhood building Milwaukee's skyline. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Yes, time for another Building a Winner feature presented by Ironworkers Local 8. Thanks again to Ironworkers Local 8 for being a part of the leadoff show all season long. And I just recently found this out. There is a Bally Sports Live app. Okay, not the Bally Sports app, but Bally Sports Live. It is all the MILB coverage you could imagine, and that was what I was doing yesterday with the Brewers off day. I was very excited to watch one of these games. We will get to it because I did take a sneak peek at AAA as well.
Nashville Sounds.
Nashville yesterday picks up the victory over the Durham Bulls. Drew Avons was 2 for 5, but there was a couple of rehab assignments in this one too. That was where Robert Gasser came in, 2 innings, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, 5 hits in his outing. Easton McGee would come in after him, and Rob Zastryzny as well. So a lot of guys that we've seen on the Major League roster making some appearances there. Plus Jake Bauers, our knight in shining armor, the man with maybe the biggest hit in postseason history. No, okay, maybe not. But he was 0 for 3 yesterday as he began a rehab stint as well. Jared Oliva was 4 for 5. Ollie Dunn even picked up a hit in the contest. Now Nashville 63-52 on the year.
Biloxi Shuckers.
Biloxi in Double-A, we saw a victory for the Shuckers 14-8 over the Columbus Clingstones. In this one, Cooper Pratt was 1 for 4 in the contest, had 3 RBIs in the game. Matthew Wood, a homer. Cooper Pratt, a homer. Blake Burke, 1 for 5 in the contest. Even Luis Lara, 2 for 3. Brewers prospects going off right now. And it's not just in Double-A because we got to get to this next one.
Wisconsin Timber Rattlers.
The Timber Rattlers, man. I mean, get to Appleton. Go watch a game, people. Their top 4 yesterday. Jesus Made, number 1 prospect in the Brewers farm. Luis Pena, number 2 prospect in the Brewers farm. And Andrew Fisher yesterday, number 6 prospect, making his professional debut for the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. And they had a combined 8 hits yesterday in 13 ABs. Jesus Mate was 3 for 5. Luis Pena had a massive double later on in this game. He was 2 for 4. And Andrew Fisher was 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs in his debut for the Timber Rattlers. What an amazing game. They won 8-6. They took the lead in the 8th inning when they were down 6-3. They put up 5 in that 8th inning. And I'll tell you, if you haven't seen it, go look over at the Timber Rattlers page. They posted it. Fisher beat out an infield single, and Pena scored from second base on it. Jesus Mate was waiting there for him. The power of friendship, guys. I'm telling you, Mate and Pena, it's exciting, and Fisher just added on top of it. How could you not be romantic about baseball?
Carolina Mudcats.
Yeah, Carolina, now that everyone's gone, it hasn't gone as well. 4-1 they lose yesterday in the contest. Josh Adamczewski did pick up a hit in the game. Eric Batanti as well. He had a double, but not a lot after that. They picked up 4 hits in just the contest yesterday, all coming from their top 4 guys in the order. That means Jose Anderson, no hit. Filippo Dituri, no hit either. Carolina, they are still in first place. I'm sure they will get some sort of postseason berth, but it's not going to be with the team that we saw because they're all up in Appleton at this point. Dominican Summer League yesterday, blue team ended in a tie. I don't know why we do that in the Dominican Summer League. Gold team picked up a victory 6-1 over Cleveland's team as well. This Building a Winner feature presented by Ironworkers Local 8, building Milwaukee's future one beam at a time. Coming up, we're going to talk to Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports, pick his brain a little bit as we start to get into Brewers and Reds game number 1. The quest for 13 straight victories begins today, and it begins in just over 15 minutes or so here for Milwaukee. 5:40 first pitch. Jacob Mizorowski going up against Nick Martinez for game 1 in Cincinnati. Live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's the leadoff show. Drew Wagner coming up next.
What's the latest on the crew? Let's go inside the clubhouse with Drew Wagner of Forbes Sports on the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan. Inside the clubhouse is brought to you by Focus Baseball. Sign your kids up now for July open tryouts at focusbaseball.com, ages 6 to 17.
Welcome back to the Leadoff Show. Tommy Wortz here with you, getting you caught up on all things Brewers Reds ahead of first pitch today at 5:40. Before we get over to Drew Wagner of Forbes Sports, this is what the Brewers lineup looks like again one more time. Sal Frelick in right field will lead things off. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, will bat second. William Contreras, the catcher, will bat third. Christian Yelich, the DH, bats fourth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat fifth. Caleb Durbin, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Bryce Turang at second base bats seventh. Stuart Baroa in center field batting eighth. Brandon Lockridge in left field will bat ninth. Joining the show now, as he does each and every day, you can follow his work at Forbes Sports at The Fan Milwaukee. You can follow him on Twitter at @ByAndrewWagner. It is Drew Wagner joining us on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. Drew, how are we doing today, my friend?
Doing all right. We're just we're enjoying the meltdown of Cubs Nation on Twitter this afternoon.
I mean, that was just so brutal today. And Charlie, bless him, he's still here. He has to listen to it like for the second time now. Drew, sliding is hard sometimes.
Yeah, and the Cubs sure have been doing a good job of it lately.
Sliding down. Okay, nice. Yeah, look at that. Drew Wagner here on the Leadoff Show. Drew, I mean, how much, like the Brewers, it's just so obvious. I don't even know if they're paying attention to it because things are just going so well in their clubhouse. Why even worry about a clubhouse that's falling apart like Chicago right now?
Yeah, you really don't have to. You know, you're not chasing them down anymore, and you pretty much control your destiny at this point. You know, if you just go out there and keep winning series, you have this thing locked up. You can't lose sight of it. You can't overlook anybody. Like it'd be easy to overlook the Reds this weekend because they're far back in the stats, but they've been playing better baseball late, and now they've kind of snuck back in the playoff picture. But just go out there and win series like you've been doing all season long, and everything else takes care of itself.
Drew Wagner joining us here on the Leadoff Show. Drew, let's talk about the moves today. Jacob Mizorowski reinstated from the 15-day IL. Stuart Baroa, Tyler Black also recalled from AAA Nashville. Grant Anderson optioned down to AAA Nashville, while Blake Perkins is placed on the bereavement list. Isaac Collins placed on the paternity list. Drew, first of all, Jacob Mizorowski coming back. He will make the start today. I've seen the term abbreviated floating around on social media. Could you elaborate on what abbreviated start might mean for Jacob Mizorowski today?
I mean, they're basically not going to let him go out there and pitch 7 innings. You know, he'll probably go through the order, at least once. You know, maybe 50 to 75 pitches because he hasn't pitched in a while. I don't remember exactly how many pitches he threw in his last bullpen session or his last live batting practice, but I would assume he'll probably be somewhere around like 50 to 60 pitches, you know, maybe a 3-inning start, and then turn it over to maybe Hall or Ashby for a couple of innings, and then, you know, use your bullpen as normal.
Is it weird to you that they maybe, I don't know, this is just my thoughts thinking out loud, which aren't always great, but Jacob Mizorowski, do you think it's more of a benefit to get him going before this Cubs series as opposed to like maybe letting that rest happen and let him come back during the Cubs series next?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was going to pitch tonight one way or the other.
Okay.
It was either he was going to, pitch down in the minor league somewhere and get a little rehab start under his belt. Because you don't want to just throw a guy back out there.
Sure.
You want to keep him on a schedule. You want to keep him throwing, go through his rest and recovery. So it just kind of made sense with the situation the Brewers faced themselves in, with Henderson being hurt, with Myers having been used. You know, your length options were kind of depleted there. Instead of shipping him out, you may as well use those bullets now and just have him on the mound, even if it's just for a couple of innings. And turn it over to your pen.
Makes sense. And then let's say this is the corresponding move with the Grant Anderson getting optioned back down to AAA Nashville. Is that like an option situation? Because Tobias Myers came in, obviously cleaned things up. I would assume his arm not available tonight for Milwaukee if they were going to need him. Was that more of a shocking move, or is Tobias out of options and that's why they had to kind of go with Grant Anderson?
Well, Myers still has his options left. Because remember, last year was his rookie season.
Okay.
Right? But he's still got options left. I'm not entirely sure why they made that move, especially because he did pitch yesterday, and I'm just looking at the game log here to see when Anderson's last outing was, and let's see, he last pitched. Yeah, he's been good.
Yeah,
he pitched the first two games. Of the Pirates series. Hasn't given up an earned run since August 1st at Washington when he gave up 2 runs.
Yeah.
So it was a little surprising that he was the guy that got shipped out, especially since Myers had just got used. But maybe they're just trying to preserve their length and keep Myers up here because they're going to need an extra starter come next week when they have that doubleheader. Maybe Anderson comes back. Who knows?
Okay.
These roster math things there's always something that goes into it.
Yeah, I was just curious as to why that wouldn't be the move, because I knew Myers had obviously pitched and closed things out in game number 3 of the Pittsburgh series. It made maybe some sense to do that, but I was a little caught off guard, I guess, with Grant Anderson being the guy who gets optioned back down to AAA. Now, the other two, Stuart Burroa and Tyler Black. People know a lot about Tyler Black. Burroa was traded over for cash earlier in July. Not a trade deadline move, though. It doesn't count, Drew. Remember that. And then he is now being utilized. He was on the 40-man roster already, and he slides into the outfield. People got to realize he's probably not going to be Isaac Collins when he comes up, right, Drew?
Yeah, this was not he's not one of their guys. He was a guy that was brought in. He's a depth piece, plain and simple. The fact that he was in the starting lineup tonight was a little shocking to me because, Murph usually doesn't do that with his guys, but you may as well just put him right out there right away.
Right. Well, who else was it going to be, Drew? I don't know. Where are the other outfielders on this team?
Lockridge, I thought maybe you might see him there.
Well, he's at the bottom. He's in today.
He is in the bottom.
It's Lockridge,
I'm just looking
Burroa.
at it now. Yeah,
Lockridge, Burroa, and Frelick. I don't know who else they could have played there. Like Vaughn isn't going to play in the corner or anything.
Keeping Yelich in the DH spot. I mean, Vaughn could play left field if need be. He has done it before. He's done it quite a bit actually in the major leagues. That is an option in there. So it's you got to make the most of what you've got, and they know they're going to be shorthanded this weekend. But they managed to overcome these losses and these injuries time and time again this season without missing a beat.
Yeah, if you're asking me what I expect out of Stuart Burroa, it's going to be, just surprising 286 with 3 runs driven in over the weekend, I'm sure, because that's what the Brewers do when they bring in a new guy. Drew Wagner joining us here. Real quick, Drew, before I let you go, do we know that is this weekend the timetable for Perkins and with Collins? I know they're not injured. They're on different leaves, obviously, and by no means are we asking for them to rush back, but there is a big series with Chicago coming up here. Will either of them, both of them, one of them be ready to go for that series, do you think?
I would expect both would be back by Monday, Tuesday at the latest. It sounds like Pat Murphy said that he expects Collins to be back for the series in Chicago, and Blake Perkins' stay is going to be on the shorter end of the 3 to 7 day bereavement list limit. That's from stupid Kurt Hogue, who is in Cincinnati. So I would assume both of those guys will be back by Monday.
Well, Cincinnati is on the docket today. Cannot look ahead. That's kind of the whole Brewers' MO, and it's been working this season so far. They are the best record in baseball, 76-44, 8.5 games now up on Chicago after they lost earlier to Pittsburgh. Drew, enjoy the rest of your night, my friend. Have a good one. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Sounds good.
There he is, Drew Wagner, joining us from Forbes Sports on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
How does the Crew win today's game? Who needs to step up? Let's find out with the keys to the game. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Keys to the game, how we wrap up every Leadoff Show. And you gotta point to the lineup. And we try to ignore the lineup because whenever you ask a reporter like Drew Wagner, who we just had on, does a phenomenal job covering the Cubs, or covering the Brewers. Cubs are on my head rent-free now after that loss today. Joey Ortiz is batting second today. Joey Ortiz is batting second. Yes, you heard that right. And Joey Ortiz has been on an absolute heater for Milwaukee. Over his last 15 games, he is batting .339. Over his last 30 games, he's batting .296. And over the last 7 days, he's batting .385. Joey Ortiz had a phenomenal homestand. And now you're up in the number 2 spot with Collins not being available, and they had to move some things around in the outfield already. I'm looking at Joey Ortiz to stay hot. I love it for him. I'm super happy that he's up in the number 2 spot and able to prove his case. Joey Ortiz, today's key to the game. That's going to do it for us here at The Fan. Make sure you guys are checking out all your favorite local fan programming on YouTube. We have a YouTube page now, which is approaching. I think we are right next to 700 subscribers there. So go up, subscribe to the YouTube, go watch some of your favorite shows like the Pack-A-Day Radio Show, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every single weekday. Make sure you guys are tuning into those live streams because they live stream all the shows on YouTube. You can now watch everything you've been listening to at the same point. Mason Crosby Show, 9 a.m. to 11, presented by Verizon with Mitch Thunder Nellis as well. And of course, I interrupted Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's with Steve Sparky Pfeiffer every weekday, 2 to 5. Leadoff show will be back tomorrow at 4:30 again, but it is game number 1 today. The Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Jacob Mizorowski back from the injured list. Live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Don't forget, send them home.